Corner of West 58th Street and 9th Ave, where police activity has been at its highest this morning. Earlier, police received a tip that there has been a suspicious package that's been delivered to Time Warner Center here in Columbus Circle. Thanks, Kate and AJ. Yes, I'm here in the news lab, roaming around, trying to listen to everybody's opinions about what's going on with this election and where they think this road is going to take. Now, I'm actually standing by right here next to me is Joe Amditas. He is the Associate Director for the Center for Cooperative Media. To cope with his death, Adrian's family took his love for soccer and academic accomplishments and started the Adrian Velasquez Scholarship Fund that would award 2 students with a scholarship each year. Welcome to Kearney, New Jersey. This ethnically diverse town has a variety of restaurants and shops. It's filled with hardworking, middle-class people. While many residents take pride in their town, they will also tell you, it stinks.
So potent at times that it even comes through the doors and the windows.
Residents and town officials say the smell is coming from the Keegan landfill in the southeast part of town. The 100-plus acre site is operated by the state-owned New Jersey Sports Exposition Authority, which helps municipalities redevelop landfill sites. Longtime Mayor Alberto Santos agreed to the deal to convert the landfill to a sports complex.
If I can go back and change one decision, it would be this one, and not believe them when they came to us and say, we're going to make this into a recreational complex you can be proud of.
Santos posted this video from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection on Facebook earlier this year. It shows liquid sewage sludge illegally being dumped in July of 2018. Spokesperson Brian Aberbach from the New Jersey Sports Exposition Authority said in a statement to Montclair News Lab, the mayor is wrong. There is no illegal dumping at the landfill, contrary to the mayor's allegations. There have also been no violations issued to the NJSEA regarding odors. There are multiple potential sources of odors in the area surrounding the Keegan landfill. The NJSEA is working hard to find the cause of the smells and address them. But the mayor says there was illegal dumping and he's charging fraud.
They mischaracterized it in the log, so they called it a permitted waste when it wasn't. So there was fraud at all sorts of different levels.
Hudson Regional Health Commission set up a hotline for residents to complain. More than 80 complaints have been logged. The commission also installed a hydrogen sulfide meter to monitor the site. Kearney has also installed 2 meters to log the information for the town. The mayor says in excess, hydrogen sulfide is bad for you.
It can start having impacts on your ears, nose, and throat. And if you have respiratory problems, like as people who have asthma, once you hit 30 parts per billion, then you can have impacts.
John Hay Avenue in Kearney is one of the streets that's been most affected by the smell. Right down the street from me lies the landfill, less than a mile away. I spoke to a resident in this house, and she says, enough is enough.
We need to find some answers out, and we need to push as a community, and our leaders need to do as they're supposed to.
Emily Pinto lives across the street from Elaine Verdi. Elaine has lived on the street for over 50 years. She says she's not sure what to do anymore.
My kids are telling me to sell my house, that this is an impossible situation. I mean, going down the street, I mean, they have the landfill going up to 100 feet right now. And we used to see the New York skyline from my street.
Mayor Santos says the state owns it and they need to fix it.
Residents in Kearney won't stop until it stops. So they're going to keep calling. We're going to keep publicizing it.
Residents are still left with the smell of rotten eggs, no recreational fields, and very few answers. From Montclair News Lab, this is Amanda Eustice.
My mama said that God doesn't put stumbling blocks in your life, He puts stepping stones.
Byron Pitts is the co-anchor of ABC News Nightline. He recently visited Montclair State University to receive the Alan B. Dumont Broadcaster of the Year Award at the School of Communication and Media. Pitts landed his first on-air reporting job in Greensville, North Carolina. He made $8,600 a year. 30 years later, he's made a name for himself, but it wasn't easy. I sat down with Pitts to hear how he overcame every obstacle that was put in his path. When you were younger, you had a very hard time reading and writing. Now, what was that like?
I mean, as someone who didn't learn to read until I was 12, really closer to 13, and stuttered until my junior year in college, what that meant was, for much of my childhood, I was voiceless, right? Wasn't that bright, couldn't speak clearly. And what do we do as journalists? Our job is to give voice to the voiceless.
Pitts went on to college, but then decided to drop out. A professor talked him out of it. You met somebody who kind of changed your route and made you stick with it.
Absolutely right.
Tell me about that.
Her name is Ula Luz. She encouraged me, and she showed me the techniques I needed to develop, the skills I needed to develop to be a better student.
Pitts graduated from Ohio Wesleyan University with a journalism and speech communication degree. Overcoming all of these obstacles, what advice can you give to students that want to transition and go into the business right out of college?
There's nothing that beats hard work, right? I mean, the people who I know who are most successful in our business are people who just work hard. I wouldn't even put talent in the top 10 things, qualifications to be successful in broadcast journalism. It's nice, but doesn't make my top 10.
So having my generation now going into this business, President Trump's always attacking journalists and different media outlets. How should we be prepared for this?
Look, this isn't the first time that people in power have criticized the media. And I think criticism is good. Like, I think, we should be called into check when we do things wrong. Fine. But this notion of demonizing journalism, demonizing institutions that are fundamental to our nation, I think is dangerous. Awful things happen in the dark in any society. And so that's a lesson to us that sure, journalists need to be held accountable, sure it needs to be done right and properly, but part of what makes America a great nation, and we are a great nation, is that we have a free press, that people have the right to and believe that they can get accurate information. And so whether it's me or your generation or the generations to come, that's our job. So let those people criticize us and let the chips fall where they may. But it's not the first time. Won't be the last.
Pitts believes that our generation is what the news industry needs.
I think our profession needs fresh blood. Like, we need you, we need your generation.